Right, everybody, thank you for today. Okay, what we're going to do today is we look at market structure and how that plays an important role, because a lot of you guys are still not understanding the crux of this. So if I just go back in time of a particular period, I'll show you what market structure really looks like. Then it'll be easier for you to understand. Let's try a different one. USD card, right? So the way you guys got to understand market structure is when price goes from an area from a high to a low or a low to a high, how do you understand where the shift happened? Okay, so first of all, okay, we'll start around about here. Okay, so just say price is going up in this area and it's continuing. Okay, as soon as you see wicks, okay, as soon as you see wicks, it will show you quite a few different things. Okay, so I'll just wait for these guys to join and it'll be easy for to understand. Right, okay, so today we're going to look at market structure itself. Today's call not going to be very long. Okay, so I'll show, regardless of what time frame we're doing it, it'll be easier for you to understand it on the hourly. Okay, then you can see what happens in structure wise. Okay? But the person who's Mr. AP, can you please have mute, please? Right, okay. Let's try this better. Right, okay, can you guys hear me now? Good. Right, so what we're looking at is what market structure is doing. So first of all, let's look at this particular area and how market structure is going from an area of up to down. So as price goes up, it starts to make lowers. Okay, so what we'll do is, using our tools, okay, we'll mark these areas. Okay, so this isn't to do anything to do with supply or demand. Okay, it's just to market structure. Okay, so first of all, let's see. Okay, so price is going up, then it starts to make in this area a low. So I'm only interested in this area at the moment. Okay, so price goes up, starts to make a low, and then it starts to go down. So this is telling you straight away, especially for that green candle, that price is about to move. Okay, price now starts to make a lower low, and then it reverses. Okay, as it reverses, this is the area that we are really interested in. So first of all, look, price went up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and from this area, the price did not go higher. So within this zone, price did not go higher than this zone. Okay, so if it continues to this side, or if it goes below here, this is where our two zones are going to be. And also remember this, okay, as this makes higher, it must go above the previous high for it to be a continued buy. Okay, if it goes below this black zone and continues to go to the black zone, okay, this is where we're going to look for shorting opportunities. Okay, so look, price goes up, goes down, price goes up, does not go above here, starts to go down, did not break that zone, goes up, now it broke the zone. Okay, this is the first time you don't enter because you want to see continuation. Price goes back up, now you see the continuation. if you look carefully at the zone, this is called the wick entry. Where we entered, this was a confirmed sell, and also as price goes down, it took out another zone. So it takes out this zone and it also takes out that zone and it starts to go further down. Okay, this is telling you that the sell is currently on. Okay, so how much further can this go? What you need to understand is the previous zones. So if we now look at in this particular area, price did not go below here. So price overall must go below here before a proper sell is on. So within these zones, it's taking out quite a few zones. Here, price goes out. Price goes out from an area and then it retraces, it goes within these two zones. Price does not go below here. Price does not go below here. This is also your second opportunity to enter the market. As price goes further up, okay, you'll see that the price itself did not make what we call, did not go to the downside anymore. So what this means to you is when price goes higher, then it starts to go lower. It does not go back into this zone. Each time before, price goes up, price goes down, price goes up, price goes down. This is the first time price did not go below here. So this is telling you now that the buy is on. Price goes up this zone, retraces. This is the second time an opportunity is here for another entry. Okay, so this is telling you a second opportunity to enter the market. Okay, so make that to 27233. Okay, right. So price retraces, price goes up. Okay, as price goes up, you'll see what happens. Okay, let's now look in the upcoming future. Price goes back down, but is nowhere near to where price started. Okay, so price goes down and then it starts to go lower, but the overall bias, okay, the overall bias has still been on a buy. So what this really means is that price goes back into this zone, does not go below the blue zone, it then makes higher highs. This is the next opportunity or the best opportunity to go in. This is how you understand how market structure works, okay? And then as it starts to make higher highs, then it do a retracement, then it continues to the top side, okay? You must understand how price takes zones out, then it continues, and then it starts to fake you by making it go to the downside, but it's really trying to get more orders because there isn't any fulfillment in it. Do you guys understand this? Does everybody get this, or do I need to explain more? Good, right. So now look what happens, okay, when price starts to go on the opposite side. Price is now making higher highs. Now look carefully at how price is, as in the candles are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But overall, okay, overall, it is now going to an area of now selling pressure. So the last push here is telling you that the sellers are in control, but at this time you don't enter. So what you do is you look at how price goes below here. These wicks are telling you now that the price is trying to go up, but it isn't succeeding. As price goes lower, then goes back up, this is the opportunity that you're looking for, that price is going to go down rather than go up. So as price goes down, it starts to make lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. This is the retracement. This retracement is nowhere near where price started, and it starts to go further down. This is also telling you in the future that price will hit the same zone again. It hits same zone again, does not take anything out. A retracement is going to be happening because it did not take anything else out. Now it goes further down. Okay, as it goes further down, you'll see zones being taken out, zones retrace. As zones retrace, as long as it doesn't go above these zones, the buy is still on. The sell is still on. Price then retraces, makes lower lows, then it starts to go further down. What you need to see at key points of the trend is this type of candle. A wick entry doji base candle. If this is at the end of a trend, this is going to be confirming to you soon that the price is going to go in the opposite direction. A reversal is going to be happening. So how do we know if a reversal is going to be happening? So what we look at is what we call a 3-bar candle. So what that means, if we look at this particular area, price went up, made a higher high, then made a lower low. So what this means is this is the highest point, the one to the left is lower, and one to the right is lower, but the middle candle is the highest point. This is telling you the reversal is happening here, okay? As price goes further down, if you look at here, this is the lowest, this is a higher low, this is a higher low, okay? So this is telling you a reversal is happening. You need to see a 3-bar candle at the right areas, and you'll see that the price itself will reverse. So if we look here, especially this candle, this particular one at the very top, okay? Just the one at the very top. The one at the very top is just above the one at the left and one on the right. This is telling you that the price is going to reverse, okay? If we now look here, this wick is lower than that, lower than that and lower than that, okay? So this is telling you that the price is going to go up. If you look at this particular candle, this is lower than this one and that one, price is going to reverse, okay? In the same way, you can analyze by candle by candle by candle, okay, that the price is going to go in particular areas, but it must happen at key areas, not any area, okay? Does that make sense? So you guys understanding this? Good, okay. Good, right. This does not matter if it's in an hourly, it's a daily, it's a 5-minutely, it must do that, okay? As soon as it goes from one zone to another zone, it must make lower from the sell side and must make higher from the buy side. If it does retrace, make sure it doesn't go above where we've just started, okay? So price goes here, goes down, goes up, goes here. It retraces here, but it's nowhere near here. So the sell is still continuing, okay? So even if you want to draw your trend lines, okay, draw your trend lines and all that stuff, okay? You can do that. Just see how it works, okay? And then you'll see at key areas where the price is going to be reversing, okay? So if this was our trend line, okay, as long as it stays below the trend line, okay, you'll see some deviances. the sell is still continuing. As soon as it breaks the trend line, you'll see that the price is reversing, okay? In the same way, okay? You can do it from the top side, okay? You can see from the top side what happens, okay? As long as it doesn't break this candle, okay? This is where you would be really entering, because that is where the break is really happening, okay? If you want to then go for supply and demand zones, okay, you can also do that. See from this area, as price starts to go into consolidation, okay, price here is starting to go lower, okay. In this particular area, okay, the short-term low is there. Price goes up, price goes down, price goes up, price goes down. So we look for the recent low that needs to be broken. Previous to that, it would have been here. Then as price goes further up, this is where the market reversed, as in price went down, price goes up. This particular area must be broken before a sell is confirmed. As you see this, you'll see that the price is confirming, okay? If you now see this from here, as price retraces, it must go above that zone for the buy to continue. If it doesn't, it'll stay go to sell mode, okay? So in the future, okay, price goes beside this zone, does not go above it. Price goes beside the zone, does not go above it, okay? So if we now put it a bit down, okay, price goes in this area, did not break it, selling pressure is continuing, okay? As selling pressure continues, okay, you'll see that the price is going to be respecting these zones. So selling pressure continues, selling pressure continues, selling pressure continues. So if we now look from here, selling's here, as in the short-term low is here. So price went down to here, price reversed, okay? So as soon as price reverses, okay, we're gonna have two areas that we need to really concentrate on, okay? So what this really means to you and me is if price goes above here, okay, and retraces, the buy is on. If price goes below here, then continues, the sell is on, okay? You must understand when a short-term, when price reverses, it'll either make a short-term high or a short-term low. These zones must be broken before a trend is confirmed, okay? Are you understanding how to do market structure without any technical indicators now? Is everybody getting this now? Good, right. So when I talk about market structure, okay, this is what I'm talking about, okay? The supply and demand or everything else is just an add-on, okay? If you can't see this with your own eyes, okay, it doesn't matter if it's a 1 hour time frame, a 5-minute time frame, okay? The structure is the structure is the structure, okay? This does not matter, okay, if it's on stocks, okay, if it's in crypto, if it's in Forex, it will do the same thing, okay? So what I want you guys to do is over the next couple of days, because I'm not going to be in town for the next 2 days, I want you to mark these kind of zones and then identify if price goes up, like here. So price went down, did not go below here, okay? And price went up, so it's within the zone. So trap the price between two zones. If it goes above, it'll be a buy. If it goes below, it'll be a sell. But make sure you get the confirmation, okay? Confirmation means that when price breaches the zone, goes through the zone, you don't enter. You wait for the candles to not go above here. This is confirming that the price is not going to go up. This is a confirmation that the price is not going to go up. It's the third confirmation that the price is not going to go up. the sell is going to continue. You need to see these kind of confirmations before you enter the market. Okay. If you don't see this, okay, and just say, oh, it's break my zone, okay, you'll be whiplash both ways because you don't know what's going to be happening in the overall future. Okay. Price could technically reverse, okay, because it's doing a swing. Okay. So if we look at from a line chart, okay, look at these zones. Okay. Mark these zones, and see how price reacts. Okay. If you look at the very, very last one, okay, you'll see that the trend has just went to the sideways because price itself, okay, is starting to make lower lows rather than higher highs. As soon as it makes lower lows, okay, the trend is safe. If you look from the bottom way, okay, lower low, lower low, lower low, and then it starts to go make a little more bigger lower low. So that means the sell is definitely on. Okay, we can do it from different aspects, but make sure you understand this. Okay, right. That'll be all for today. Okay, make sure your charts are as simple as possible. Understand them. Okay, and then you'll see that the overall market structure is better for you. Because if you don't understand market structure, okay, you're not going to be able to enter a trade or even exit a trade in the correct manner. Okay, right. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great weekend.